My name's Ray, and I'm bored, so I'm just gonna wrap this. And this is about my dependency on. It's about drugs. So here we go. When life got hard, you see, I jumped to the pill bottle like my pill, like the bottle of pills was love in a little bottle for me. I took him like the medicine, like Jacko and Hyde did when he didn't want to become the monster inside. He took a pill. But every time I took a pill, another pill began to come, and another one, and another one, another one, and then another. And when that pill bottle was empty, I felt empty inside, like like hatred was inside of me, and I couldn't know why. I didn't know why I had so much anger to the world, you see, and I think it had to do with me. I didn't like what I seen. I looked in the mirror and hated the image that God gave me. And when he breathed life into me, all I felt was hollowness and death inside, like the devil was knocking on my door, B. And the drugs had me tripping for a while, had me blooping on my mom stealing out of her purse like a why. Because to me, them Lord tabs was more important than my family. It was even more important than God, you see. God was in that little pill bottle when he smiled at me. Every time I popped it open, he laughed with me. He cried with me. He knew the misery inside of me. It seems like them pills were calling me, loving me. Like when I needed love inside, they was wrapping their loving Lord's arms around me. And I hated myself secretly inside because when I didn't have them, I didn't feel right inside, sick, throwing up inside, hating me, crying inside because I didn't know happiness without them, you see. Like pain and life was just living with me. I didn't have a purpose. I just existed in this bitch, you see. It's kind of like a hooker kind of bitch. I lived life just to live life with nowhere to go, you see. I didn't have a home, no loved ones, or no one that loved me. I loved that pill bottle more than the essence of life could bring. And when them pills got me down and I couldn't heavily breathe, I called on God and I wished that he could save me. Because when I was taking them pills and putting them in my nose, you see, it was like the devil put me in a lower tab jail and it was just made for me. Because the best way to get me, he said, was to enslave my mind with the nonsense of the pill bottle, you see. And I would do anything for them pills. I would lie, cheat, and steal from my mother for them pills. I would tell the mystery stories that didn't even exist, like God didn't even breathe truth in this nigga, you see. Because some drugs had me tripping and I didn't know what it was me. Thank God that I'm clean, but it still hurts inside of me. I feel the devil in the back calling me. Ray, you could just take one of me. You don't need to feel no hatred no more. Just take two of me. But I know that's the devil's hellhounds calling for me. They're scratching on the door right now, and I don't know why, you see. Just leave me alone. I'm not a gangster, you see. I'm not a G. I don't sell dope on the streets. I'm just me, a little lost boy from Indiana trying to find what it is to be a man, you see. Just wanting someone to love me. But instead of letting people love me, I turned to the pill bottle like a coward, you see. Because in my heart, I wasn't happy with who I was in the side of me. I looked right in me and seen the depths of hell instead of the beauty. And how that beauty turned to pain. And how that pain turned to anguish and had my body to say. Had my soul corrupted, twisted up and up it. I had suicidal actions with homicidal thoughts. Because life wasn't right without that pill bottle, you see. Life was just a little bit pain. And I hated me. I hated the very essence because I think God created me. I think that I was some creation just to feel misery. No joy, no happiness, no love inside of me. The Lord tabs had me tripping like my body couldn't sing. Like my soul didn't know what it means to go to God and say hallelujah on the streets. But I'm here to say I conquered that goal and I became the king, the lover of the King of Kings. He saved me from the glistle of hell. So when niggas knocking, nigga, I say fuck you and sit and have a spell. Let me tell you a story about how God saved a little Lord tab taking boy from Indiana, you see. Because without God, I would still be on the streets, stealing and lying to get that devil in a bottle, you see. Because I hated me. I hated the very essence of me. I hated me so much that death wouldn't even call me. I would leave calls on Death's phone and he would just hit the FU button and hang up on me like I was a ratchet bitch and Death was doing the Heisman on me. And when I try to commit suicide, it's like God said, stop, homie. There's deeper ways that you could think about this, you see. I don't want to get famous off this shit, but if I could save one life, I did my thing as a godly man. I just want to get you to know that them pill bottles in that pill are just a devil's quote. They just a little taste of hell, just a little taste of the good life that you used to think that you lived. But pain is nothing. Pain is temporary, you see. But if you fuck with them pills and them opiates, you finna see pain for real, you see. Because them opiates take you by the soul and they drag your body to hell and they beat your soul up so much that you think you in hell and your mama can't save you and your daddy don't love you and you don't love yourself, so your girl don't even want you and you're stealing from your kids and you're lying to your parents and everybody's around you and they just going ham and the savage. But you don't give a fuck, you see. You blind to the world like the oblivious, you see. Because if ignorance is bliss, that's what the Lord tabs have you on, see. Because when you're waking up your mind and you come to see that them tabs ain't nothing but a devil in a bottle for me.